Aaron, knocked out of the FA Cup in the second round, first hurdle for yourselves this year. What's your assessment of that game?
I'm gutted, to be honest. Everyone loves the FA Cup. We all want to play in it, and after sampling the last 16 last season against Liverpool, we want to go and do that again. And we expect, like, we're playing well in the league. We expect. I know Crawley are a good team, very good team, but they're still the division below us, and we should be coming here as the favourites, and we should be winning these sort of games.
What happened in the first half? That's where Crawley, attacked, and they got the goals.
Yeah, we had a lot of the ball, but no matter who you're playing, if you give them the ball over and over and over again, they're going to score goals. They scored 2 corners. I thought we were okay, other than the corners. Even the corners we should have dealt with better, and we've discussed that. But I think the first half, we knew what to expect. I think the whole week that we've been planning for the last 2 weeks it's gone well. Crawley set up as we expected. I think tactically we're ready for the game. I just think mentally, maybe when we got to the game, they wanted it a little bit more than us, and we got exactly what we deserved today.
Things did slightly improve in the second half. You did make some early changes, bringing Tash on at half time, and then a bit into the second half you brought Laura Ingram and Gemma Simmons on. Do you think they helped?
Well, we haven't scored, so that's our problem, putting that ball in the net. I think defensively, second half we looked good. I think fair play to the defenders and Lauren in goal. Second half we looked really good, but we're not scoring goals. That's my big worry.
Where the goal's going to come from?
Don't know. We've got Christmas coming up. We've got a big game next week with Bexhill, and Bexhill will be the same. They'll come. They'll want to beat us. So we have to concentrate on next week, work on training, carry on doing the things that we're doing, because we know that we can win games. We know that we can score goals. At training, people play out their skin. It's fantastic. The intensity we have at training is amazing. It's getting to understand why players train well and get to game day and completely change their mentality. So maybe we'll look at that, and I'll look at were our tactics right. I'll look at were the substitutions right at that right time. The players that we played, were they the right people to start? I'll look at that as a manager, but I think we'll all look at it as a club and say, there's money within the FA Cup. I mean, it's a game of football, and there's bigger things going on in the world. But actually, as a club that don't pay players, and we need the money from things like the FA Cup. So it's disappointing for us as a club. But I think we'll go next week and we'll see what happens against Bexhill. Then we're going to the Christmas break, and then we've got a massive game in the League Cup against Coventry.
Just as a final one, it's 2 defeats in a row now. What is it you got to do now to make sure that doesn't become a habit?
Yeah, winning's a habit and losing's a habit, and I don't want the losing to become a habit, which is why Bexhill is now an even bigger game. But the 2 games against Watford, we dominated that game. Just couldn't score, couldn't put the ball in the net, and then we let in a sloppy goal. Here, we dominate most of the game, and we just can't put the ball in the box, and we certainly don't put it in the net, and that's going to be our issue. So I think we need to look at that. We're going to have to work really hard on that. But other than that, I think we're looking really good. I don't think Crawley came here and destroyed us like they have other teams, and Watford certainly didn't do that. So I'm not too fussed, I'm not too worried. I just want to work on how we can start scoring goals, because we can't rely on our midfield and our defenders to keep getting us out of games by keeping clean sheets.